Hey everybody, what's going on? Thank you so much for joining me for this live. I hope everybody is doing okay out there. It's been a long time since I've done a live, and that's exactly why I'm doing one today. It's one, they kind of take me out of my comfort zone. So I thought, let's go ahead and do some more lives. Let's do some things that take you out of your comfort zone. But another reason I don't do that much is because there's a lot of action going around in the Sky Aromatico house. A lot of things are happening. A lot of kids are running around. There's pets. A lot of things are being done. So it's not always the quietest of atmospheres or the most peaceful to do a live. But that's okay. I'm going to do one tonight. Everybody seems to be chill. Everybody's doing their own thing. So I thought I would do one today. So today has been kind of a dreary day. It's, very rainy, cloudy. Not a lot going on outside. Nobody could get outside and play and just kind of chill out in the sun. So we've been stuck indoors, but that's okay because I love watching sports. Been watching a little playoff action in basketball, and my Cavs played last night and they won. I'm a big Cavs fan. I wonder if any of you guys who love sports have any favorite basketball teams. Let me know in the comments. But yeah, so I've been watching playoffs with my son, and then a little bit of golf, and just kind of taking it easy today. So today is a good day to kind of do that. So let me tell you all what I'm wearing today, my scent of the day. And today, as you can tell from the thumbnail that all of you who have pressed on, I'm going to be talking about an indie niche house. So I thought, let's keep that theme. Let's give some of these small businesses, some of these small indie houses some love. And so today I am wearing the Bubble Collection by Santorini. I don't know if you guys know about this house, but if you look in the links in the description down below, you'll find a link to the Bubble Collection. They make some absolutely amazing fragrances inspired by travel and inspired by peace of mind and tranquility. Great fragrance house. And Santorini is just so fresh, and it's just a little bit of aromatic, but also aquatic. It's one of my favorite fragrances by the Bubble Collection. Definitely check them out. So what are all you guys wearing out there? Let me know in the comments down below. I'd love to know what you guys are wearing, and I hope everybody is doing okay out there. Let's get some comments going, okay? Let me know you're out there. Let me know you're here. But so today, let's just go ahead and kind of tell you what I'm talking about. We are talking about an indie niche fragrance house, and let's support small business, y'all. We're talking about an indie niche fragrance house called Whitten West. I first found out about this fragrance house maybe a couple years ago. I didn't really know a lot about them, but one thing I can tell you about Whitten West is they are very supportive. From the moment they started following me on Instagram, they like all my posts, they comment and everything, so I thought that was really cool. But one of the reasons I was really intrigued by Whitten West is because a lot of you come in my comment section, and this is like, for great fodder, but a lot of us talk about synthetic ingredients versus natural ingredients. And we talk about a lot of niche houses, and especially luxury houses, that use expensive ingredients or all natural ingredients, and how we seem to tend to like those ingredients more than synthetics. At least that's what some of you say. And then the other thing I get in the comment section is, especially with these new releases that are coming out like crazy, and there's so many coming out, that there's no fragrances that really make you stand apart, that really help you stick out. Nobody's really making a fragrance like that. So one of the cool things about Whitten West, among a lot of other things, is you're going to stand out in a crowd with these fragrances. They don't smell like anything you've gotten your nose on. And I've got 5 that we're just going to kind of go through real quick, and I'll give you my first impression. But I'm telling you, spoiler alert, I've already sniffed a bunch of them already, and they really do stand out. And for those of you who like natural ingredients, this is the house for you. Very cool. And like I said, they're out of Colorado, out west. I believe they're owned by a husband and wife team. So that's really cool. But let me give you a couple notes about them. And I've made a few notes just for those of you who could be interested, because I want to do this brand some justice. Their slogan is unique and never boring for those who don't want to smell like everybody else. And I've already covered that. They're 100% all natural, made from botanical and plant-based materials, and they're even vegan as well. All their fragrances, like I said, are natural ingredients. Some of them through CO2 extraction and other methods. No animal testing, cruelty-free, no animal testing at all. So that's kind of a cool thing. They're paraben-free as well. They're infra compliant. And if some of you don't know what infra is, it's a governing body that stands for International Fragrance Association. and they're basically kind of helping you have a safe and enjoyable fragrance experience. So people who make fragrances kind of have to make sure that their fragrances are infra compliant. So all these fragrances are handmade, which means they're artisan, and usually artisan means, you know, a little bit on the expensive side. You're going to pay a little bit more for an artisan fragrance. They're all handcrafted, made to order, and I think that's really, really cool. So, you know, they're not already just sitting on the shelf somewhere. They're going to be made to order as soon as you buy them. And like I said, they're all made in-house, and they're made in small batches with all 100% natural ingredients. Even from the alcohol they use, I believe, is like a grape alcohol. So I think it's really, really cool that all the ingredients you're going to get, of course, are going to be all natural. They're genderless and opulent, which I love. And of course, award-winning. I encourage a lot of you while I'm talking, if you can do both, definitely go on the website right now. It's www.whittenwest.com. And just kind of as I'm talking, you can kind of look around and shop around and see for yourself. Whittenwest.com. Definitely look at them, because there's so much to discover about this fragrance house. And I think if you sign up for their newsletter, you get a 30% off coupon and stuff like that. They have sample sets if you just want to try them out. If you want to try out what a 100% all natural fragrance smells like, they're anywhere from like $10 to $25 for a sample set. Again, award-winning company. They do so many other things other than just making fragrances. They work with other brands. They have a bespoke opportunity where you can make your own fragrance. You can come up with the notes, and they'll even send you some samples back and forth until you get what it is you want to make right. And then you can have your own fragrance. They'll do that for you. So bespoke opportunities are always awesome. And yeah, so that's pretty much what they do. Now, one thing about these fragrances is, you know, this is going to come up in the comments, or this is going to come up down the road. Longevity with natural ingredients tends to not be as strong as those using synthetics. So you're going to get somewhere in the 2 to 6 hour range with a lot of their fragrances. One thing you also got to be careful with is, because they are using naturals, using natural citruses, natural flowers through CO2 extraction, some of these fragrances may stain your clothes. So always test them. And also, because they are using natural ingredients, you know, you may have some allergies to some of these fragrances. Again, they're all infra compliant, but just make sure you do a small little test on your hand when trying these fragrances out to make sure you don't have any kind of allergy. Free shipping for orders over $50 in the US. If you don't spend $50, then it's a $5 flat rate in the US, but there is no free shipping outside of the USA, okay? So I just wanted to give you a couple quick notes real quick to tell you a little bit more about this company. And now I wanted to show you some of the fragrances I got and talk a little bit about them. And, you know, I realize a video like this may not always be super exciting or sexy, and, you know, it might not get a lot of views right away. The algorithm really likes those mainstream niche fragrances like the Perfumes, the Marley, and the Creeds. I get it. The algorithm loves the new fragrances that are coming out, the new fragrance releases. And I'm aware of that. And my goal as a YouTuber, as a fragrance influencer, or as somebody who just loves the hobby, my goal is to reach people. And you have to reach people by doing those top 10 lists, right? I get it. You have to do that. But sometimes, man, to keep your sanity, you just have to do something you believe in. You just have to support those small businesses. And sometimes, you know, to be down with the algorithm, who cares about that? I know these small houses, these indie niche houses aren't sexy, but I like talking about them. They make me feel good. And so sometimes to keep your sanity when you're making these videos, you got to do videos that you like to do. So I was super excited to do this. It's really an attractive house to me because they are a small business, because it's all natural ingredients, because they are cruelty free, you know, all that stuff, no animal testing. I love all of that. So I was really, really intrigued to try this house. And so just to let you guys know, these samples were sent to me, but I just wanted to be upfront with that. But these thoughts are my own, and I'm not going to give full reviews on all of these fragrances because I'd be here forever and you guys would get bored. But we'll just kind of give you an overview or my first impression. And just to let you know, I have smelled a lot of these ahead of time because I couldn't wait. But I'll give you my thoughts on these fragrances anyway. So when I got these fragrances, I got a cool little postcard like this. And I wanted to show you guys this just so you can kind of see what the presentation looks like. And it comes with that stock cap right there. And that's just an idea. And then, of course, they gave me this handwritten note, which is really cool. The customer service is awesome. Guys, the website is really, really good. It's like very, very easy to navigate. So I think you're going to find that interesting as well. But let's go ahead and talk about the scents, and then we'll get you guys out of here. All right, so the first, this is casual here. This is a live. I don't do a lot of those. We're going to keep the pretentiousness down, just kind of have a good time here. Have a little drink. You guys chill out, relax. But today we're going to be talking about Perfumery Woods. That's the first one from Whitten West. Is anyone out there? If you're out there, send me a comment. Let me know you're here. Say hello. Let me know your scent of the day. This one is fresh, woody, and tranquil. Perfumery Woods by Whitten West. And again, this is what the bottle is going to look like when it comes. This one right here, the Perfumery Woods, is $160 for a 50 ml. You can get a travel size as well, 15 ml, and that's around 60 bucks. But let's go ahead, and I'm not going to spray these on skin. I've got some test strips right here that were sent to me by another company, Afnan, to do a review, but I've got plenty left over, so I'm going to use these. And look at it. I wanted to show you real quick. Look at that juice. Hopefully it shows up. See? You can't, make sure you don't spray a fragrance like this on clothes, okay? Because it can definitely stain, and you don't want that to happen. And make sure, hey, what's going on, Janice? Make sure you test it out on a small area of your skin just to make sure you don't have any allergies. Greenwich Village, good to see you. Good to see you. Thanks for being here. We're talking about Whitten West, as you can probably tell from the thumbnail. This is an amazing fragrance house, as I've already said when I got started. All natural, paraben-free, cruelty-free. An amazing fragrance house from what I can tell so far. I'm super excited about this house and want to show them a little bit of love. So this fragrance is already taking up the room. I haven't even put my nose to the strip, but this is one of my favorites so far. It's called Perfumery Woods. It is a fougere. Let me give you the story real quick, if you guys have time for that, just to kind of give you what they're trying to invoke with this fragrance. But Perfumery Woods is inspired by a hike through the Colombian River Gorge with that mist hanging in the air with those fern-covered grounds. I know we definitely do need more natural and cruelty-free fragrances. It's definitely the way to go, and I think there are probably more out there. The problem is they're not mainstream enough, and people just seem to care more about the mainstream niche houses and the mainstream, fragrances that you find in Macy's and Dillard's. And the thing with synthetics is they tend to last longer. Now, some of the niche houses they mix, synthetics along with natural ingredients to help them last a little bit longer. And of course, they use, alcohol as well. But that's the one thing I like about this house is they are definitely using organic grape alcohol, which I think is really cool. What's up, man? How's everybody doing? Nice to meet you. Hope you're doing good out there. That is a good scent of the day. I don't know if you guys caught it, but mine was Santorini by the Bubble Collection. If you guys don't know about that house, it is an awesome house out of New York City. I got to tour Mon, which is where their fragrances are made. And those guys that run that company, the Bubble Collection, are absolutely amazing. And the people that run this company right here are amazing as well. So good. Whitten West is what we're talking about for those of you who are coming in late. Such a great company. But anyways, this fragrance right here is so gorgeous. It's very refreshing off the top. It's elegant, it's rich, it's earthy. In the top notes of this fragrance, let's see, where did I put it? In the top notes of this one, guys, from Whitten West, Perfumery Woods, let's see if I can get it. I don't know if it's coming in. But you're going to have lavender, peppermint. Peppermint is the note that really stands out to me in this one. It stands out strong. I love the peppermint note in here. That's what makes it really refreshing. Then you have neroli and jasmine, giving it an elegant feel. And it's just rich and earthy coming from the tobacco and oak moss. And the oak moss is really strong. They use a lot of oak moss in their ingredients in this house. And the oak moss does come across very earthy. And if you don't like that, you might not like these, but I like it. It really adds to the balance with the peppermint and then the florals and then just that rich earthiness coming from the tobacco and oak moss. They work really good together. And again, they use organic grape alcohol, and everything is infra compliant all the way from the oak moss. And it's just such a great house, guys. You're gonna love it. So this fragrance is really good. As far as how long it lasts, I'm not sure, but again, the website says anywhere from 2 to 6 hours. And I think this one projects somewhere at about an arm's length, but the peppermint in here is really good. It's great. $160 for this one, guys. And just one more time, this is what the bottle will look like when it comes to you. What's up, JT? Thank you for stopping by. You always support me over the years. Always, always there when I need you, man. You are a great man. I appreciate you being here. What's going on to you? Hope everything's going okay. Thank you for stopping by. All right, guys, thank you. Really means a lot that you're here. So the next fragrance I wanted to talk about, this one is called Flor de Riad. And basically the story behind this one, let me spray it real quick. I love that, you know, these small indie niche houses, they do it right. You know, they give you a little bit of story, they give you a nice presentation, and they really take care of their customer. You don't go unnoticed, you know, like you do with some of the big niche houses, especially the mainstream ones that seem to get bought up by conglomerates. One thing you're going to love about this house, they remind me of zoologists in the fact that you're really going to stand out. You are not going to smell like everybody else. And if that is your thing, if you love standing out, you're going to love this house. And again, for those of you who are joining late, you can make a bespoke fragrance through this house as well. Just it's only for those who are serious. So they're not going to give you price out anything. You have to be serious. And you come up with the ingredients and they'll work with you over time until you get the batches right. And you can have an amazing bespoke fragrance through this house. But anyway, let me give you the Flor de Riad. The story with this one is it's a classic eau de cologne. And just imagine yourself in a courtyard in Morocco in full bloom. It's full bloom. It's a perfect place to find balance and beauty at the end of a long day in your Moroccan courtyard with all the flowers in bloom. So that is what this one, Flor de Riad, invokes. And this one is really, really tart right out of the gate. It's really got a green feel. For those of you who love green fragrances, they tend to work really, really well in the springtime. When I first got into Fraiche, I didn't really like green fragrances. I found them off-putting, but my taste has kind of changed as I've gone along 3 years into this business. And I kind of tend to like to wear those green fragrances because they seem to sparkle and shine the warmer the weather gets. But yeah, you're getting a nice tartness from this. It's very elegant as well. And earthy, but yet clean. And I think that's probably coming from vetiver, which is also helping with that greenness. So let me give you the notes real quick in Flor de Riad. In the top, you have Moroccan neroli. I don't have all this memorized, so I apologize. Green mandarin, which is giving that tartness. And then the elegance that's coming from the orange blossom and jasmine. And then the base, you have vetiver, oak moss, which is giving it that earthiness and cleanness as well. And for a 50 ml, this fragrance right here, the eau de cologne is around $90. For a 15 ml, it's around $35. Hello, Mandy, my sweet life. I love you so much. I hope you're doing okay out there. Always support me in the next room over. All right, guys. So just a couple more. I didn't want to keep you long tonight because I know you guys have better things to do than watch the Scott Aromatico fragrance channel. And I appreciate all of you being here. It really means the world to me. AR Fragrance Reviews, what is going on? My man, I love you. You're my brother from another. Appreciate you. It's always a pleasure to see you. I love your charisma. You are amazing. I hope everybody goes to your Instagram channel, and it's a treat to go to your Instagram channel. You never know what you're going to get there. But one thing you will get is a lot of enthusiasm and a lot of happiness and a lot of smiles. Shout out to you, my man. You are an amazing, amazing person. All right, so the next one, this one's an easy one. It's called Summit Rose, okay? And let's go ahead and give you the story about Summit Rose. And I think most of these fragrances are done by the perfumer. Her name is Whitney Swales or Whitney Swales. I'm not sure how to say that exactly. But here is the story of Summit Rose. Despite the thin air in the Rocky Mountains, this rose flourishes in the evergreen forest that surrounds it. So basically talking about a rose that grows maybe in the Rocky Mountains, and you've got those evergreen trees and the forest all around it. So you kind of get an idea of what you're going to get somewhere between an aromatic and beautiful rose fragrance. And that's exactly what you're going to get with this one right here. It says juicy, wild, and coniferous. I love too, guys, I don't know if you've bought samples from some of these other fragrance houses. They do the splash, and I hate the splash. The splash sucks. But this company definitely does the sprayer, and I love that. I love it when a company goes the extra mile and actually does spray samples. Again, you got to be careful with this because it'll definitely leave a stain on your clothes, guys. Oh, this one smells so good. It's so elegant, but starts off kind of like crisp and cool, but it just has this nice, fresh, elegant feel and almost like a minty woodiness on the dry down as well. Love this one. Yeah, cool, crisp, elegant, a little bit smoky and earthy as well. Summit Rose is really, really a beautiful fragrance, guys. And all these fragrances, they're very, very unisex. I know that scares some people because you just want to know, are they masculine or are they feminine? I can say for a fact that most of these fragrances are just right down the middle. Either a woman can wear them or a man can wear them. It doesn't matter. But that's kind of true about every fragrance, really. You know, you can wear whatever you want, but these are truly unisex. And this one is so elegant and so nice. Let me tell you the notes that are in this one. This one is called Summit Rose. In the top, you have rosewood leaf, fir needles, rose absolute in the heart, and then rose otto. And then something, I probably get this pronunciation wrong, so I apologize. It's called marjoram. Not really familiar with that. And then, or how to say that. In the base, you have frankincense, fir, balsam, absolute as well. Yeah, man, this sauce is really, really cool. Definitely worth checking out. Guys, like I said, I think they have a sample set that's like around $10 as well. And again, you can sign up for that newsletter and get 30% off your first purchase from what I can tell. This one right here, Summit Rose, for a bottle that looks like this, again, I don't have a full bottle. These samples were sent to me, but for a bottle this size, a 50 ml, Summit Rose is around $160. But guys, this fragrance is just absolutely opulent. It starts off so cool and crisp. And I think that's coming from the fir needles. That crispness is coming from there. There's absolutely a bit of mintiness, and I think that's coming from the marjoram. Marjoram kind of comes off as minty and woody. Hopefully I'm saying that right. If I'm butchering it, then you guys can kill me in the comments and give me engagement. You're getting an earthy woodiness coming from the rosewood, and of course you're getting those aromatic touches from the fir needle and the fir balsam. Really, really like this one, how it's kind of like very feminine, but then it also kind of goes to this masculine place with the fir and balsam, and then the frankincense gives it a bit of smokiness. Man, this one is really, really nice. Cool, crisp, love it. And again, all of these fragrances have that great alcohol that they use to keep this cruelty free. I really, really love this house, guys. So much fun. All right, just two more, and then I'll let you guys off the hook. Thank you for sticking with me so far. To those of you who are just joining, welcome. Thank you for being here. It really means the world that you stopped by. I don't do a lot of lives just because there's so much going around in the house. And honestly, just to be truthful with you, they kind of make me nervous. You have to be good on the fly, and I just like to be transparent with you. But that's why I'm doing it, to make myself better, to get myself out of my comfort zone, because that's when you're really accomplishing a lot in life, is when you get out of your comfort zone. That's my little lesson for today. All right, next one we're going to do, this one is kind of a cool, if you love animals, this one is inspired by a bird, and we'll tell you about that a little bit. This one is called the Violetaire, and it's a fougere. And right now, it kind of sucks that this one is out of stock, because it's a really, really cool fragrance. You guys are going to love this one. Here's what it looks like. And it says this one is green, aromatic, perfect for the springtime, which it is. And I love the story behind it as well. Let's go ahead and spray it. Of course this one's out of stock. It's out of stock because it's so good. This is one of my favorites, guys. So good. Okay, let me tell you the story behind Violetaire. This pays homage to spring, and imagine that beautiful hummingbird. Spring, all the flowers have just bloomed. The hummingbird awakens, and it's making its way to all those fragrant iris blossoms, guys. And of course, the Violetaire is basically a violet-colored hummingbird. A Mexican Violetaire is what it's called, and so this is inspired by that. I wish I wasn't doing this just from my phone. If I was doing this from a computer, one day I'll upgrade and I could actually bring this stuff up online like some of the other guys that go live do. But one day we'll get there and I can show you what this Violetaire looks like. It's a beautiful bird, but this is inspired by that, inspired by it flittering and fluttering to iris flowers. This is so good. It's sparkling right off the top. It's very soothing. It's got a powdery feel. and just very, very opulent. Man, this is one of my favorites. I'll read you the notes. This one came out in 2023 by Whitney Swalls. In the top, you have iris and bergamot. And then that bergamot is an enfleurage extrait. In the heart, you have lavender, which I love lavender fragrances, mimosa and rose. And then the base, you have oak moss, tonka, and alabama. Man, this this one is so good because, like I said, the bergamot really gives it this uplifting, bright feel just right away, very energetic. But then at the same time, it's a little bit soothing as well, coming from the lavender. I love that. And then the iris just gives it this nice powdery feel, and you get that earthiness to balance it out from the oak moss. It's just very opulent and unusual, and just smells so good. One of my favorites so far from the house. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. That means a lot coming from you, AR, because you are the man. And I'm just having fun, just trying to be myself. You know, sometimes it gets a little nerve-wracking up here when you know it's live, but it's okay. I'm just doing my thing, having a good time. And again, I know this is not a house that you guys all want to hear about Perfumes and Marley, right? Or you want to hear about Argos, or you want to hear about Zaharoff, or you want to hear about, you know, my top 10 this or my top 10 that. But guys, sometimes I got to do stuff I like and that I believe in. And this is a house I believe in that definitely needs some love. So those of you who are here right now, if you would go by Whitten West on Instagram and give them a follow them on Instagram, tell them I sent you if you want to. Definitely check out their website, guys. It's wittenwest.com, W-I-T, that symbol and W-E-S-T.com, guys. It's a great, great fragrance house. Okay. And there's so many different services on there. Again, if you guys want your own bespoke fragrance, they'll do it for you. They work with brands as well. There's so many different services on there, guys, and it's just a cool experience. And there's way more fragrances than this. You might even find one that I'm not even talking about, but maybe I've given you something to look forward to. And there's reviews on there. You can read the reviews, or if you want to, you can go to Fragrantica, where everybody craps on everything, and read the reviews there. But I wouldn't suggest it, but it's up to you. But they're on Fragrantica as well. And so this is an amazing fragrance house, and they've been very supportive to all my posts way before I even got anything from them or even started thinking about them. They followed me a long time ago, and they've always supported all my posts, which I find that to be very cool. So definitely check out Whitten West. They're probably on Facebook. They're probably, I know they're on Instagram. They've got a big following on Instagram, so definitely check them out. Check out their website and see if there's anything there. You might could pick up a cool sample set and definitely give them a try. For those of you who are into all natural ingredients, paraben-free, cruelty-free, award-winning, guys. Really, really great house. And if you spend over $50, you're going to get free shipping. Now, this one is called Habari, and I looked it up. Habari, if this is what they intended to be, I don't know for sure, is Swahili for hello. And in Habari, the story goes like this. This fragrance welcomes one to a crackling campfire on the savannah of the Serengeti as the sun sets on the adventures of the day. Well, that's a cool story, right? Who hasn't dreamed of going on an African safari and just sitting by a fire and telling the tales of the different animals and the different scenery and the different cultures and the different foods you've had that day? That's a dream come true, because I love to travel. So this is definitely inspired by that. And that's right up my alley. Oh, this one smells so good. All right, so as soon as I smell it, I get a whole lot of spices on this one. Now, this one does lean a little bit masculine, if I'm being honest, because there's a lot of spice in this one. A little bit powdery, a little bit soft as well, but very spicy and woody on the base. Very, very woody and smoky. Wow, this is quite different. I like this one. Okay, so in the top, you've got black pepper, okay? And then you've got cardamom. This is where we're getting our spices from, and clove as well. That clove is in the heart, and then it turns into some jasmine and tuberose. You know, the jasmine is really nice. You know, a lot of times from jasmine, you can get kind of like an animalic feel, and I think that's kind of what's happening to this fragrance. Is you're getting a little bit of it's not really like a sweet, jammy jasmine. It's more like an animalic jasmine. And then the tuberose is giving it this nice, soft, elegant, like floral powderiness. But the base is where it's at. You're getting a little bit of sweetness and warmness coming from the amber, and also a little bit of smokiness too, if that makes sense. And then the oud just gives it some really rich, depth. So on the base, it's just warm, woody, and smoky. And again, they use that grape alcohol all throughout all of their compositions. Guys, those are all the fragrances that I have from them that they sent me, and I am thoroughly, thoroughly impressed. Yeah, they are nice. Like, one of the things I always get in the comments, and I know you review fragrances too, is that I'm looking for something unique. I'm looking for something different. I don't want to stick out in a crowd. I want to stick out in a crowd. I don't want to smell like everybody else. Excuse me. This is it. This is the house for you guys right here. Whitten West. If you want to stand out in a crowd and you want to smell different, but not like different, whereas you smell like, rotting wood or, animal pee or whatever the case may be, guys, these still smell good enough, but you're also going to stick out. And you got natural ingredients. You don't have all these synthetics. You don't have companies testing on animals. You don't have these. You have company that care about the environment, that care about animals, that care about your well-being. So they're using all natural ingredients. Some of these ingredients are so rare, and they're using some fine fragrance oils. So that to me is a big turn on. And this house is just really, really doing it. Like I said, they're based in Colorado. They are a small business. So, don't always, when you're thinking about a new fragrance to buy, don't always give all your money to the big guys, those big niche boutique guys, or those big, designer fragrance guys. Look at some of these indie niche houses. There's so many of them. Look online and you'll find them if you're looking for them. And let's support these small businesses in times like this. And this house is, it's not just a fly by the night. They are award winning. They have won so many awards. And again, guys, what a great discovery. So thank you so much for being here. I've gone 30 minutes. I didn't really want to go. Yeah, exactly. I didn't really want to go that long, AR, and all those who came by and who are still here. I just wanted to do a quick short video, an introductory to this house, and let people go about their business and go about their day for the rest of the night and the rest of the weekend. Thank you so much for joining me. My impressions of this fragrance house, Whitten West, definitely 2 thumbs up. Definitely worth buying bottles later on down the road, and definitely worth trying out. Please try them out. Check them out at wittenwest.com. Check them out on Instagram at Whit and West, guys. In case you're looking for how to spell it, that is how you spell it, Whitten West, right there. Look them on Instagram. Tell them I sent you. Not going to do anything for me. We're not linked up together or anything like that. They did send me these fragrances, but they are my own opinions and how I feel about the house. Really, really well done. First class, in my opinion. And I'll definitely be doing business with them on down the road. So thank you for stopping by. I hope you guys had an amazing weekend. I hope you have an amazing start to your week. And I hope wherever you are, you're finding peace and happiness, and that this video finds you well. Until next time, this is Scott Aromatico out.